What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video on the POCO A5, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you this RisingOS. This is the 8th December 2024 build, the latest one as of right now. This is of course based on Android 15, and as you can see this is mentioned that it is an open beta, and in my opinion this has a lot of customizations even though this is an early build. Yes, I have flashed the EvolutionX ROM earlier. On the Android 15 version, I noticed there is a lot less customization than my liking, so that is why I switched to this RisingOS version 6. And I'll explain all the experiences that I have got with this particular ROM. I have been daily driving it, by the way, for a couple of days now. And here it is mentioned that it is based on HyperOS and stuff. And we have the GApps included build. Of course, I love that. There is no vanilla build for this particular ROM as of now. And we have the CTS passed, but you have to go into the toolbox, then spoofing, then go into update play integrity fix. That's when you can get your banking apps working or safety net passed kind of. Enough of that. Right now, let me just talk about the settings panel and how it looks like. There is the profile and stuff. Of course, if you add your pictures and stuff, it will show up right here. On the bottom, we get the about phone, and just notice how beautiful this about phone section looks. We have this RisingOS kind of top part over here. We have this 6.01 coming soon and stuff. And this is a randomized kind of text coming up. And this build is by Sharma G. Reed, and we have the Android version as Android 15. It doesn't do anything, but if you just scroll down and go into the Android version section, in here you will see this is based on Android 15. If you keep tapping on it, you will get the Android 15's Easter egg just like this. Looks beautiful. Let me go back. We have the RisingOS version, that is the 6 stable, and it shows GApps included build. We have the security patch of November 5th, 2024. Yes, not quite December yet, but that's fine. We do also have the stock kernel as the 5.10 GKI kind of kernel, and the build date here is of 8th December. There is a build number. In the system settings, this is how it looks like. We have the buttons right here. We have the edge long swipe actions, and just notice the amount of things that you can customize it to. We have the power menu customization. Even there is the advanced restart and stuff. And by the way, the power menu here looks like this. You can go into the restart option, and there is the advanced reboot. You can directly reboot to the recovery or fast boot from right here. We also have the end call, long press power button, toggle torch, wake device, control playback, and there is the reorient show volume panel on the left side, click to partial screenshot stuff. Let me go back. We have the gestures right here. We have the quick tap action and stuff. And right now, as you can see, if I just do that, it shows quick tap detected. You can customize it to these many options. We have the quick loop and camera, and we also have the navigation mode right here. In the settings of it, we have the hint, the pill length and radius. Of course, I have it changed to the fullest, but you can of course decrease it if you don't like that. So yeah, you can definitely customize it. Back gesture height and stuff is there. We have the back gesture animation, and the hold handle to search option is there. So circle to search here is actually working. I'll show you that. We have the swipe to invoke assistant, and also we have the immersive UI lock, back gesture edge lock, and we have the left edge right edge customization. 2 button and 3 button navigation is of course there. We have the one-handed mode, works perfectly. Then we also have the lift to check phone here, but this lift to check phone is actually waking up the device into the lock screen, I guess. That is why I disabled that. And we have the press and hold power button action. But let me just quickly show you circle to search. Here, if I just hold on the pill bar, it does work, and circle to search is actually working perfectly fine. And you can also use the circle to search kind of thing to translate text. So yeah, this is really nice. And if I just swipe from the corners, this Gemini is also working perfectly fine. There is some kind of web view implementation. I'm not really sure of how that works, but yeah, the option is there. We have the USB configuration. You can set it to file transfer for convenience. And we also have the system updater, and in here you can check for updates. And by the way, if you don't know how to flash this ROM, of course the flashing guide will be linked in the video description. I have one complaint regarding this backup section. If I just go into it, it just shows you this change backup provider. If I just click onto it, it just shows my Google account or email ID. It doesn't do anything else. So here, if I just click on it, as you can see, it just goes back. So system backup here is not working in the system settings. But yes, to actually get it working, you have to scroll all the way down. You can see your profile right here. Just click on that. If you don't see this backup section right here, just go into this all services, then just scroll down. And here you will see this backup. Then just click on it, and you can right now back it up to your cloud for the apps, your Google Photos, for your messages and contacts and stuff. So all those things will be backed up in your Google Cloud just like this. So this is just kind of a workaround that I just showed you. Let's just talk about the home screen. Of course, we have the Pixel launcher right out of the box here, and yeah, it works perfectly fine. Yes, there is no double tap to sleep, but overall the smoothness of this, it's really good. Yes, sometimes like while swiping to the left side, you will see a little bit of widescreen for a moment, but yes, it loads up perfectly fine. As you can see right now, the Google's Discover page is working. Swiping up will get you to the app drawer. Of course, swiping down will get you to the quick setting panel, just like this. And the animations of the widgets and stuff, everything is working perfectly fine. I have also added this at a glance widget that is also working fine. Also, if you open two apps and stuff, you can definitely open into this split screen mode, and as you can see, it is working perfectly fine. And you can switch the apps just like this. Also, if you go into the recents panel, and you can save the app pair if you would like to. Both of the apps are saved. Right now I can open Play Store and Twitter together. Yes, the sidebar feature here is a little bit buggy, I think, so that is why I'm not showing you that. Talking about the basic stuff, yes, it has the Google dialer and it also has the BCR. If you set it up, the call recording will be working fine, and VoLTE calling and even 5G and stuff, it's working flawlessly, no need to worry. Now, of course, after doing that Play Store kind of fix or Play integrity fix, it passes the device and basic integrity, so banking apps will not be a problem here. The idle buster works perfectly fine. In the DRM info, the security level shows as L1, so Netflix or Amazon Prime videos you can stream at 1080p. Even in terms of Google Photos, it does have this Pixel can backup unlimited photos and videos. This feature is nice to have right out of the box. Yes, you can toggle it off or on, I guess, from the settings. By the way, it does have the Leica or hyper-west camera, you can say. Wide angle, ultra wide angle, and the normal 2x zooming option is working. And even the front camera and stuff, it's totally working fine. The portrait mode also is working fine. And here, if I go into the video settings, you can shoot up to 4K and 30 fps with the rear camera. As you can see, there is no 60 fps for the 4K, but yeah, if you want 60 fps, go into the 1080p option. There we will have the 60 fps option, and there is also the pro mode. You can shoot pro mode videos if you'd like to. So all those things are working. You can take documents, photos. We have the enhanced mode option, and if you just swipe up, there is also the panorama, vlog or short film, long exposure, slow motion, all these things. So these are working perfectly fine. I think the rear camera portrait may not work sometimes, but yeah, overall the Leica or MIUI kind of camera experience, it's totally fine. Let me just take a quick photo so that you can get an idea. As you can see, this is how fast it takes the photos, and you can see the samples in the screen. Right now, let me show you the Google camera. Yes, that too is also working perfectly fine. This Gcam I have been using. If you want this Gcam, the link will be present in the description again. In the battery settings, this is how it looks like. Again, the animation looks super good, and if you just scroll down, we have the power mode. You can change it to conservative, power save, the performance, and there is also the game boost option. The RAM boost option is also there. There is the battery information, and you will notice the charging cycle count and stuff. For my device, it's showing about 669 charging cycles, and you can see the more battery details for my specific device. If I just go back, we have the battery stats. The thermal profiles are also there, so you can set per app thermal profile to performance or something for benchmarking apps. Just look at the profiles, how many options are there. There is also the battery widget that you can add to the home screen right here. You can resize the battery widget if you would love to. So yeah, all these options are there. Right now, let's talk about the battery life. Well, I have tested that with the Accu battery app, and with that, just notice the screen on time that I have been getting. It's about 7 hours and 45 minutes. So you can say 8 hours screen on time estimated that I have been getting, and I would say it's a good amount of battery life. And here the screen off, it's showing about 3 days, so that's a lot of standby time, you can say. And even the combined use, it shows about 14 hours. So that's a really good battery life that I have been getting, I would say. And if I just scroll down, the battery health here for me shows up as 87%. This is all estimated numbers. So overall, the battery life that I have been getting in this Android 15 ROM, it's really good. The fast charging and stuff here is also working perfectly fine. No need to worry about it. Inside security, we also have the private space. So this is the Android 15 kind of feature. In the more options, you will also have the AppLock right here, as you can see. Also, there is a theft protection of Android 15. You can also use it if you'd love to. And I have enabled a couple of apps for the AppLock, and you can see the more settings right here. But if I go into the device unlock, and in the settings of it, we have the scramble layout, auto confirmation lock and stuff. And there is a fingerprint and face unlock. I have added 2 fingerprints. Right now, let me show you the fingerprint scanner speed. And for that, I'll just tap the fingerprint scanner. I have the always on display turned off. As you can see, it's straight up unlocked. See, it's double tap to wake. It's also working perfectly fine. Let's just enable the always on display so that I can show you the always on display here. This is how it looks like. And I'll tap the fingerprint scanner. Just notice how fast it unlocks. Very fast fingerprint scanner unlocking experience. No problems whatsoever that I have faced here. Just completed the setup of the face unlock. There is the skip lock screen option. I'll just enable that. Let me try one more time. Double tap to wake. and as you can see, it just straight up goes into the home screen whenever it detects my face. Let me try one more time. Double tap to wake and point the device towards my face and it unlocks. And for the app lock, here I have to touch the fingerprint scanner. Yes, the app lock, it's working fine with the fingerprint scanner. Right now, if I try to open the lock tab, this is how it works. And right now, if I just point the device towards my face and then try to unlock, and as you can see, the app has unlocked with the face unlock. So yes, face unlock works for both app lock and normal fingerprint scanner unlock. Right now, let's talk about the basic performance stuff. Of course, in test of your website, surprisingly, it shows proper 120 FPS or 120 Hz. So the overall performance of the ROM, you can guess it's really smooth, no problems whatsoever. Like while switching between apps, while opening apps or all those things, everything, it's just buttery smooth experience overall. I didn't face any kind of lags or stutters in this particular ROM. That I have to say here, it's a really smooth experience overall. No issues whatsoever that you will face while daily driving on this ROM regarding performance. At least that's what I have been noticing. Even the recent panel here, it stays buttery smooth, no problems whatsoever at all. Here are the benchmarks that I have tested on this specific RisingOS build based on Android 15. In the display settings, we have adaptive brightness and stuff. We have the lock screen kind of settings, and this is how it looks like. We have the screen timeout with screen attention as well. Then there is the dark theme. There is a pure black option. We have the display size and text option. Then we have the night light. Also, you can change the intensity and stuff. We have the live display option, the color calibration you can change. And there is a reading mode as well. The colors, you can change it to saturated, original P3. There is also the display engine, the default X Reality engine, tri-luminous pro display kind of stuff. All these things are there. So if you want these kind of things, you can definitely switch the display colors. Let me just go back. We have the color contrast. You can change that too. We also have the peak refresh rate. You can set it to 120, 90 or 60 Hertz. Even the minimum, you can choose that. Smooth displays there. We have the double tap to wake and sleep. We have the wake up unplug, screen protector mode, and we have the show tabs option. Turn on the screen protection mode to have the touch sensitivity a little bit better. We have the per app refresh rate. You can change it to 60 or 120 Hz for particular apps. In the wallpapers and styles, this is how it looks like. And of course, the Android 15 kind of lock screen clock styles are there and they look beautiful in the lock screen. I have been using it with this one. There is the wallpaper kind of option, and I have been using an AI wallpaper app to actually get the wallpapers. But yes, there is a lot of default wallpapers as well, like the feathers, curated culture, the living universe, all these things. The nothing kind of wallpapers are also there. Then there is the RisingOS 2 wallpapers. A lot of options are there in terms of the default wallpapers here. Just notice how many wallpapers are there right out of the box. Even the RisingOS wallpapers are also there. So yeah, definitely get the idea. There is a lot more options for the wallpapers here when compared to a normal custom ROM. We have the shortcuts for the lock screen. You can choose the left and right shortcut from here. We have the more lock screen option in the home screen. This is how it looks like. If you just scroll down, there is a themed icons, color contrast, and the app grid you can change it up to 5x5. Then in the app settings, we have the default apps. The cloned apps option is also there. So you can have 2 accounts of WhatsApp or Facebook, whichever you want to. In here, we also have the heads up settings. Then we have the flash notification options. In the sound settings, this is how it looks like. We have the device kind of switching option. This is how it looks like. Everywhere you will see these animations, looks beautiful. We have the alarm and the other kind of volume option. The spatial audio, you can enable it from right here. And if you scroll down, we have the vibration and haptic feedback. You can change the whole UI haptic feedback, and the whole UI actually gives you a lot more premium kind of haptic feedback, I have to say here. And we have the clear calling option as well. Then we have the dial pad tone, screen locking sound, tap and click sound, per app volume control. Charging sound is also there. Then there is the Dolby Atmos. You can enable it if you would like to. And there is a lot more customization, like the volume leveler, dialogue enhancer, then the balanced kind of equalizer, or you can choose it to warm, detailed, or turn it off. You can also change the whole equalizer to different kind of presets, whichever you like to, or you can create one custom audio equalizer. And we have the choose profile, like dynamic, movie, music, voice, etc. you can choose. Also, the volume panel here is of course very interesting. This is how it looks like, and you can change this to have the older kind of look if you would like to here in this ROM, but you can definitely go with this Android 15 kind of look, and they definitely look beautiful. You can switch the audio output device from right here if you're connected to a Bluetooth headset or speaker, and you can put the phone into ring, vibrate, or silent from here. Spatial audio, you can turn it on or off. So yeah, this expanded volume panel of Android 15 looks really beautiful to me at least. Now let me show you the customizations which are there in the personalization settings, and in here let me tell you the customizations are simply huge. just notice the amount of customization. Even though this is an open beta, it has this much. In the lock screen, you will see the lock screen widgets, and you can enable the lock screen widgets. There is the ambient display kind of customization, and just notice the amount of option for that. We have the depth wallpaper as well. I know these are insane customizations, but yeah, these are there. Carrier name, the media cover art, and we have the battery info, the peak display option is there, weather settings is there, then we have the location kind of stuff, double tap to sleep, we have the ripple effect, even the power menu access you can disable in the lock screen for security. There is the theme settings, and we have the boot animation style, and just notice there is the option to change it to default, the RisingOS one, or there is the option to Cyberpunk, Google, and the Monet, Valorant, all these things. There is the icon packs, and just notice the amount of icon packs which are there. Even the navbar styles are there. The settings UI style you can totally change, and there is a dashboard greetings kind of style, and there is the search bar style, you can change it to Android 15, and there is the settings icon styles as well, you can change. Then we have the signal icon styles, and just notice the amount of options again. Then we have the volume panel styles, you can also change that, and we have the Wi-Fi icon styles as well. Then if you scroll down, we have the wallpaper styles, and there is the wallpaper blur, and we have the wallpaper dimming effect. You can enable that if you would like to. Screen off animation also you can enable. Then inside toolbox, we have extras. Right here we have this AI assistant Risa, and this is in beta. I haven't tested that, but the option is there. We have the game space. Of course, you can add any game that you would love to over here. And we have the pocket detection. Then we have the sidebar. Yes, the sidebar might be a little bit buggy, but yes, the option is there to enable it. And we have the smart pixel, smart power off option, and you can set whichever time I think you would select to power off the device. There is a navigation option, we have the invert layout and the back long press, home long press, etc. There is a security option, hide developer options is also there. So this is a really nice feature. In other Android 15 ROMs that I have tested, this option was not there, I think. But yeah, here you will get that. We have the no storage restriction, ignore Windows secure flags, hide screen capture status. In the spoofing, of course, we have the enable spoof option, spoof Google apps, then the enable part app spoofing, and the GM spoof. Then there is the play integrity fix, and the update play integrity fix option is here. This is what you click on whenever you flash the ROM for the first time, so that your safety net gets passed, and banking apps you can use after that. We have the unlimited Google photo storage as well. In the quick switch, we have the quick switch selector. You can switch it to pixel launcher or launcher, whichever launcher that you are using, you can just select that. And in the colors, we have the theme styles. These are the options for that. And here, let me just go back. In the color source, you can change it to both home screen wallpaper or lock screen wallpaper. You can choose accent color, you can choose background color and stuff, luminance, whole palette, tilt, background, etc. option is there. Then we have the font styles, and these are the font styles that you can choose from. Just notice the amount of options. There is also the clock face, and these are the Android 13 kind of clock styles, you can say. So plethora of options are here. You can totally change it if you would like to, but yeah, I don't know if you would use that, because the Android 15 clocks just looks way better. I mean, just look at this. Why would you change this kind of animation for that static Android 15 kind of locks and clock styles? But yeah, the option is there. There is the what's new kind of thing, and here it is supposed to show what's new in here. This is really nice for a custom ROM to have the changelog, even though the HyperOS changelogs, you know, there is nothing almost in the HyperOS changelogs whenever there is a newer update of MIUI or HyperOS. But here in the custom ROM, you can also notice changes whichever they bring. In the quick settings, we have the header image. You can check out the header image kind of options. There is Avengers and stuff. Let me just enable that, and as you can see, the header images are also working in Android 15. We have the compact quick setting media player, hide quick setting secure lock screen, background opacity also you can change, and with the background opacity it looks beautiful, I would say. The quick setting tiles you can actually change, the quick setting panel style you can change. There is the quick setting widgets, the tiles layout. When to show option is there. For the brightness slider, you can have it on to the bottom so that it shows up all the time. And there is the auto brightness icon, the animation styles, and the data usage you can also enable for the quick settings. There is the status bar kind of customization. We have the clock and date kind of customization, and there is the auto hide option, and there is the background chip option you can also enable with a lot of gradient kind of things. So these options are there, and as you can see right now, the clock on the status bar actually shows up with a gradient. Looks beautiful, I would say. And here we have the date style and the other customizations. We have the status bar icons, the headset Bluetooth kind of icons, and the VoLTE, Wi-Fi calling, etc. icons you can also enable. Let me scroll down. We have the colored icons, and there is the Wi-Fi standard. Even the battery styles, just notice the amount of battery styles which are present. I have been using it with the landscape iOS 16 style, but there is the MIUI, there is the portrait iOS, icon portrait is the default one, and a lot more options. And there is the battery percentage. You can have it on inside the icon, next to the icon, etc. I have it hidden with the iOS icon style. It already shows the battery percentage inside, I guess. and we have the battery bar option, and you can enable it if you would love to. We have the logo, and this is a custom logo, I guess. Just you can enable it if you just enable this one. There is a status bar padding, top, left, right padding, etc. You can customize, and there is a double tap to sleep, and there is a brightness control as well. There is a quick pull down as well, and right here, if I just do this, as you can see, brightness control, it's actually working. The status bar brightness control, if you're noticing, it's actually working flawlessly. This is nice. In the gestures, we have the shake gesture. You can actually enable that and customize it between these many options. And we have the 3-finger gesture action. You can choose it to take a screenshot. As you can see, I have selected that, but just notice the amount of options that you can choose it to have different tasks working. And we have the 3-finger hold option. And if I just select it to toggle torch, as you can see, it toggles the torch right here. So yeah, this is nice. There is the icon shapes, and these are the options for that. There is a notification panel customization. There is noise notification heads up, compact heads up, and even less boarding option. There is the sound settings. We have the adaptive playback option, and we also have the pulse, the screenshot sound you can disable. We have the volume panel on the left side, media output icon, and even the in-call vibration options are there. The amount of customizations again in this particular ROM, it's huge if you consider this is an open beta of RisingOS. So in future, I would say it will get even more stable and even more customizations will be implemented. That's gonna be awesome. So let me know down there in the comments what you guys think about the latest RisingOS on the POCO A5 with Android 15, how it's working. I just showed you. In my opinion, this is definitely one of the best experiences that you can get from Android 15. Yes, it needs some bit of optimization in the system panel. There is the backup, it's not working properly. So hopefully in the future updates, it will be fixed. But otherwise, even today, the amount of smoothness, the amount of overall stability it's giving me with the customizations, it's just amazing to me at least. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Share this video with your friends if you want them to know about the latest RisingOS and how it's working on the POCO A5, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. This is Tito from KTNTECH signing off for today, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye bye now.